Level 1. The Halcon, the Falcon. You're 14. Your office is a sidewalk. Your salary is $100 a week. You are a Halcon, a falcon. The cartel's eyes. The city starts to speak to you. Black SUV? That's a friend. Green truck with soldiers? That's a problem. You don't think, you just send the code. One message can save $1 million shipment, and for the first time in your life, you feel important. Then one day, you don't send it. Maybe you looked away for a second. Maybe you got distracted. Maybe you thought it didn't matter. Your phone explodes. Calls, messages, more calls. Your hand starts shaking. Then it rings again. You answer. Silence. Then a voice. Did you forget? Or are you testing us? You turn, and he's already behind you. Close. Too close. He doesn't yell, he just looks at you, like he's deciding something. Next time, he says quietly, we'll bury you at the bottom of the ocean. After that, you don't blink, you don't move, you don't forget. Because now you understand, you're not watching the street, you're being watched too. Level 2. The Transporter. You're 19. The plastic stool is gone. Now it's a steering wheel. A man you barely know hands you the keys at sunrise. No introductions, no explanations, just a location and a time. You arrive at the warehouse. The air smells sweet. Too sweet. Inside, a truck, fully loaded with fruit, crates stacked tight. Watermelons, oranges, mangoes, fresh, bright, innocent. But you already know, what's hidden underneath matters more than what's on top. 200 kilos of methamphetamine. They don't show you, they don't need to. Drive, he says. 8 hours, that's all that stands between you and $5,000. You pull onto the highway, hands tight on the wheel, eyes glued to every mirror. Every car behind you feels like a threat. Every siren, even in the distance, makes your chest tighten. Then you see it. Checkpoint. Your throat dries instantly. Cars slowing down. Agents walking between lanes. A dog. You swallow. Too hard. The truck in front of you gets waved through. Now it's your turn. An agent approaches. Slow. Calm. Too calm. He looks at you. Not the truck, not the cargo, you. Where are you coming from? You answer, your voice almost steady. Pop the back. Your heart drops. You step out, open the doors. The smell of fruit hits the air, strong, sweet, real. The dog jumps up, sniffing, moving, closer, closer. Time stops. Your pulse is so loud you're sure everyone can hear it. The handler watches. You watch him watching the dog. 1 second, 2, 3. The dog moves on. The agent nods, steps back, waves you through. Just like that. You get back in the truck, hands shaking now. Breathing finally comes back. You drive, faster than before. When you arrive, they don't congratulate you. They don't smile. They hand you an envelope, thick, heavy. More money than your family has seen in years. You sit there for a moment, staring at it, and then you realize it wasn't the money, it was the feeling, the fear, the risk, the moment you almost lost everything and didn't. That's the part that stays with you, and that's the moment you stop being scared of this life. Level 3. The Sicario, Executioner. Money isn't enough anymore. Not for them. They want loyalty. They don't pay you for what you do. They pay you for what you're willing to become. They hand you a black tactical vest. Heavy. It fits too well. Then a customized AR-15. Cold metal. No hesitation. Clean it up, they say. That's the word they use. Cleansing. You learn what that really means. Fast. A door kicked open in the middle of the night.
A man dragged out before he can even understand why. Pleading, promising, lying. It doesn't matter. The first time, your hands shake, your ears ring, your heart feels like it's trying to escape your chest. You tell yourself, this is the last time. It isn't. The second time is easier. The fifth time, you stop thinking. By the 10th, you don't feel anything at all. No anger, no fear, no guilt, just silence. You start to understand something dangerous. Violence isn't the hard part. Feeling nothing is. You buy a Rolex. You wear it like proof, like armor. People look at you differently now. They don't smile. They don't ask questions. They don't get too close. Because your name does something to people. It makes them careful. It makes them quiet. It makes them afraid. And in this world, that's the only currency that never loses value. Level 4, the plaza boss, the lieutenant. You're 26. You don't pull the trigger anymore. You point the finger, and people disappear. They call it the plaza, a whole territory, streets, businesses, lives. All of it runs through you. Every shipment, every payment, every drop of blood spilled in your city passes your desk. Mornings start early, not with coffee, with numbers. Kilos moved, money counted, names flagged, problems identified, problems erased. Every Monday, same routine. A quiet restaurant, back table, no cameras. The police chief sits across from you, smiling, relaxed, like this is normal. You slide an envelope across the table. He doesn't open it. He doesn't need to. He just nods. And just like that, the law belongs to you. You're making $50,000 a week now, sometimes more. Money moves so fast, it stops feeling real. You buy cars you don't drive, watches you don't check, clothes you don't care about. Then you buy your mother a mansion, white walls, high gates, a chapel inside. You tell yourself it's for her, a better life, safety, peace, maybe for forgiveness. She walks through the house slowly, touches the walls, looks at the ceiling, says nothing. At dinner, she doesn't ask where the money came from, but she doesn't look at you either, not once, because she already knows. This house isn't built with money. It's built with silence, with fear, with things that don't wash off, painted in red. And no matter how big it is, there's no room in it for who you used to be.
Level 5, the logistics chief, the architect. Now you're not a street operator anymore. You're an international businessman. You don't move small shipments anymore. You coordinate entire supply chains. Narco subs leave the Pacific at night, half submerged, invisible to radar, carrying tons of white powder beneath the surface. Weeks later, they surface near empty coastlines where no one is watching. At the same time, ghost flights take off from hidden runways deep in the Andes. No flight plans, no records, just coordinates and trust. You're moving 20 tons of white powder every month. Not kilos, not packages, entire flows of cocaine that pass through countries like they don't even exist. Violence isn't your job anymore. You don't need to pull triggers. You move numbers, and people die somewhere else because of it. Money comes in faster than it can be counted, so you don't count it, you clean it. Shell companies layered across continents, a construction firm in Panama, a logistics company in Singapore, a luxury hotel chain that never asks questions. Your accountants are Ivy League graduates, clean suits, clean records, dirty money. They don't see blood, they see structure, transactions, growth. Crypto wallets rotate constantly. Millions disappear, then reappear as legitimate revenue.
On paper, you're untouchable. No record, no direct link, no evidence. You turned yourself into a ghost, but ghosts leave patterns. And somewhere, in a quiet office under cold fluorescent lights, someone starts connecting them. Phone metadata, financial anomalies, flight paths that shouldn't exist. Piece by piece, you stop being invisible. The DEA doesn't know everything, not yet, but they know enough. A name, a face, a network. And for the first time in years, you feel something again. Not power, pressure. Level 6, the Shadow King, the regional director. You are untouchable, or so they believe. You live in plain sight now. Suits, meetings, quiet deals with powerful men. You don't fight the system, you've become it. Behind you is a private army. One call can shut down a city or start a war. Your ranches are guarded, cameras everywhere, guns where walls fail. Supercars sit unused, exotic animals pace in cages. From the outside, it's power. From the inside, it's a cage. You sleep with a gun. Trust no one. Every sound feels wrong. Because at this level, loyalty doesn't exist, only patience. Everyone is smiling. Everyone is waiting. And anyone could pull the trigger. Level 7, the Patron, the legend. You are the kingpin, the boss of bosses, not just a man, a name, a myth, a warning. Your empire is worth $5 billion. Your product moves across continents before governments even notice. In your hometown, you're not a criminal, you're a legend. Songs are sung about you, kids dream of becoming you. But legends don't live like people. The world is closing in. Every call is a risk, every signal leaves a trace. The United States has put 10 million on your head. You're being hunted, watched, tracked. Satellites don't sleep, and neither do you. You stop using phones. Messages pass through layers. No names, no mistakes. You haven't seen your family in a year. One wrong move, and everything ends. You think about a normal life sometimes, but that was never meant for you. You have all the money in the world, but money can't buy time. It can't buy safety, and it can't buy peace. Because at the top, there's nowhere left to go, only places left to hide.
Level 8. The extradition, the fall. The betrayal doesn't come from enemies. It never does. It comes from someone who knows you, your habits, your routes, your weaknesses. A brother, a cousin, a friend. In your world, loyalty isn't broken, it's sold. It happens at night. No warning, no escape. Doors crash open, voices shout. You reach for something, but it's already over. For the first time in years, you're not in control. No more power, no more men. Just cold cuffs and cameras. By morning, your name is everywhere. Not a legend, a capture. You're flown north, no windows, no words. Extradition. Your new home, ADX Florence, a concrete box, 23 hours alone. No phone, no empire, just time. Out there, you were a king. In here, you're just a number. 09872. Level 9, the Eternal Wheel. You thought you were the protagonist. You weren't. Just a gear in a machine that never stops. Replaceable, forgettable, inevitable. While you sit in silence, your empire moves on. Routes reassigned, money redirected, loyalty transferred. No one waits, not even for you. And down on the street, it begins again. A 14-year-old kid, same chair, same phone, same dream. He thinks he's different. He thinks he'll reach the top and stay there. You thought that too. That's the lie. Money, power, all of it just bait. Because this was never a story about rising, only falling. Slowly, quietly, inevitably. And it never ends.